What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 956 Opposition. It's your favorite pothead from South Texas. Your boy BZ Ray. We are back with episode 27. Man, we calling it a huge update. Huge update episode. But I'm going to try and rush through these topics, dude, because honestly, this is take two, guys. Like, oh my God, bro. I had a 2-hour first take, bro. 2-hour first take. Sorry, I got to work my shoulders a little bit. But my dang, dude, like, dude, my neighbors are retarded, bro. Like some dudes are just dumb, bro. Like, when it comes to noise outside, let's check out what it is. I put the thing on pause, and when I put the thing on pause, it stops my share screen feature, which is no. It's good because then I can't show you the content on the whole recording. So I just went an hour and 40 minutes without sharing screen content for anybody to see while breaking down the content. You gotta imagine it's a little frustrating, guys. You know, being a content creator these days. Whew. I ain't even got my own intro though, but I've been doing this year working on myself, dude, pretty good. Should I make my own intro video? I should, right? A lot of people got one. Got a lot of waiting video, nice little touchy edited with all that shit. But it's because I like to keep things very legit, you know, like see that mess back there, bro? I'm moving around some stuff, fixing some stuff. And you know, if you hear any sounds in the background, that's my boy. He's playing his Fortnite game. He's doing amazing over there. On the way over there. And well, I got the animals over here with me. So if you hear a meow and a bark, wow. And I got a toy chihuahua. So it's like a whimper. It's going to be like a whimper. I have to edit that out. Pause. Got to think about it a moment. I didn't know what to call him for a moment. I forgot what his exact mixed species breed is, but I know he's a mixed. Anyways, he's adorable. He's amazing. He's just a little shithead that shits on the floor a lot. But you know, puppies are gonna be puppies. I gotta chill out though, man. I'm still a little upset about that, doing that whole 2 hours without, like, you know. But it's all good, man. We're gonna break down the topics again because we had nothing but good things to break down. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. First things first, Governor Abbott. He vetoed a bill that I hated, that I brought up, I think, in a podcast or on some posts. The bill that Dan Patrick brought up to basically ban all these THC vapes and all that, like even the just the regular vaporizers that don't even aren't even proven yet to give secondhand smoke on people, like the smoking, the actual smoke, like burning does. Dan Patrick wanted to ban it. He wanted to ban it and just limit it to like just THC infused drinks. So he just wanted to make a new type of alcohol drink, is basically, and then let big alcohol crawl in there and make a deal, like, you know, or create their own version of it. Right now in the alcohol industry, alcohol is already doing that, where they're serving spiked drinks with infused marijuana blends. But they're doing that. They're marketing that kind of product and idea because they want to experiment with it. They know it brings in the money, but they're also taking away from Big MJ's economy. And Big MJ is trying to establish their own economy in Texas. It's a free market, guys. It's supposed to allow other consumers to start their own markets and stuff. But Big Alcohol and Big Tobacco got Dan Patrick by the balls, pretty much backing him like, no, we can't have this marijuana stuff because it's near our kids and it's driving them insane. It's driving them crazy. It's bad for their minds, this and that. Like, dude, chill out, bro. I vape every now and then. I just start my episodes of my vape. And it's like, you don't see me out there in society causing trouble for people. I'm like just a normal working citizen. There are plenty of veterans that utilize the same kind of thing for medicinal treatment and mental treatment as well. Man, not just veterans. There's a lot of disabled people as well. There's people that work in the industry, which has been worked, by the way, the MJ industry has been in Texas and established with Delta products. Delta, which is a modified version of marijuana that's not as strong and doesn't produce hallucinogens. Good stuff that's, you know, helpful to the people to keep them out of trouble, which honestly, at the same time, if I had to critique it, it has its side effects. It's not perfect like just regular marijuana. I'm just going to be straight up with y'all. So there's also THCA, a form of THC that doesn't activate until it's burned. Unless they're smoking it in their car, they can't get arrested for it. And if it's not smoked or in any way like burned, it's just the THC doesn't activate. Like these people can eat it and it won't do anything for them. There was ways, that for like I want to say 4 years, 6 years now, it's been like that here in Texas. And Dan Patrick wanted to do away with all that, and it was ridiculous because he's retarded. So we're gonna go real quick to Twitter like that, and Governor Abbott vetoes THC ban. SB3 has been vetoed. Has shown the people of Texas who he works for, proving the truth, freedom, and the voices of Texans. See, I love Texas Hemp Business Council. Okay, all right. It's run by a weed page, but the way they're voicing this is pretty straight up. By vetoing SB3, he stood with millions of Texans. Guys like me, guys like you, probably going to watch this video. Probably from Texas too. Who knows? Or another part of Texas. Bro, it's a good thing for us because it gives us a little bit of free time. It gives alcoholics the opportunity to turn to something a little bit more safer and well controlled. Do you really want to be caught dead working? Because it does have those situations where guys start drinking on the job and they do dumb stuff, or worse, regular people, they go out of bars, they get real drunk and wasted, and they go and they crash into somebody. Because when you are on alcohol, you lose motor function. You make emotional decisions that you don't normally make with a healthy conscience. That's just what alcohol does. Alcohol shifts your mindset, and it messes with the motor capabilities. Marijuana doesn't do that. I mean, a strong version to a normal person who's probably never experienced it probably will incapacitate them with sleep at the worst, or make them have a panic attack. I've seen people have a panic attack. I'm not going to lie. But you can usually calm them down from it. Like, hey, just chill out, bro. It's not that bad. You're not used to the feeling of the mellow outness and the lightheadedness that it gives you. A lot of people panic with that. That's usually the most that happens, but they don't get behind a wheel when they're having a panic attack. They don't do any of that stuff because they never get to that point. That's the truth about MJ, but it's big companies like big alcohol and big tobacco. You got to think about it too. Big tobacco is going to lose a lot of customers now because they got people switching to vapes, like healthy vapes. And so like, they don't want to lose their customers. And I get that in a market. You don't, as somebody who's been in business and sales, I can tell you straight up, I would hate to lose my customers. I don't have any right now because I'm not in that field, but I would hate to lose them. I would hate to lose my credibility too. When big MJ comes out and it's revealed that it's a good thing and it's a much more healthier alternative to big tobacco, like that's bad. It's damaging to their credibility. Nobody wants to see that. It's a good thing, bro, because like we're really here for Texas, man. We want to see it grow, and it will probably open up the door to less crime as well. Because a lot of people they turn to crime to get their stronger versions of THC that they may not be able to gain medicinally in Austin or in special areas like Oklahoma or Texahoma, something like that. Sorry about that. Vetoes THC ban saving hemp industry and a rare break with lawmakers. And you know what? It wouldn't also make sense, industry-wise and an economy, to let a specific industry thrive in your economy, this one being the hemp industry. Like, it's been around for, it's been growing. And, you see this, bro? I'm not burning no grass in here. I'm not creating no smoke in here. I've got a vaporizer, bro. So it's like they've been innovating. Safer methods and all that stuff. They've been growing here for a few years. Why are you going to just automatically destroy not even 80%, 95% of the market by banning all vapes, banning all other materials other than the drink version of it? Like, that's so dumb, bro. That's so, like, that would have to make such a dumb shift in the economy. Like, I'm pretty sure Governor Abbott realized that, and he saw he probably looked Dan Patrick and he's like, dude, it's obvious that you're speaking for a specific lobbyist, this being the alcohol lobbyists and the tobacco lobbyists. It's obviously you're doing this for that reason. He made up BS statistics that kids were getting sick and that they were too close to the smoke shops were too close to the schools. And I was like, dude, Okay, the people walking in the smoke shops, they're not going into the damn schools, bro. Like, what are you doing? What talking? Like, he was just making up these dumb reasons to point the finger at smoke shops and marijuana industry and just blame us for all the wrong. When it's actually alcoholics getting behind the wheel. Thank God I never hurt anybody. When I was young, bro, I did some dumb stuff when I was drinking and I was smoking and all this other stuff. Thank God, bro. I learned my lesson. I never want to go back to that stuff. There's people that have such an alcohol problem in Texas. I know like alcohol is the big market here in Texas, but we abuse the crap out of it. And I would know a thing here, being in South Texas, we abuse the crap out of it. Dan Patrick totally looked past all the death, all the manslaughter, all the alcohol involved incidents and murders, and he said, "Oh, marijuana is the problem." Complete BS. It was ridiculous to veterans. It was ridiculous to just normal Texans in general. That is why this bill got vetoed. I think it was just blatantly obvious to both the governor and every other American. And plus, he honestly didn't want to probably have the problem of people protesting and just not wanting to vote for him anymore. He probably wants to serve another term or probably something. Or probably wants to get in somebody like him to serve another term. He doesn't want to lose the support of the Texan people by killing an industry that Texans also work in. There's a lot of people that also work in these smoke shops. So the idea that he did this was very, very good, very, very for the people, very, very democratically free and liberal, It's actually conservative. It's a conservative choice he made because it benefits the economy. Like, nobody ever wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to always assume that allowing marijuana in a state to be legal and recreational and profit as an industry is a Democrat thing. No, it's probably Democrat in the idea that you are legalizing a drug for medicinal usage of people, a benefit, a drug that is, it's probably liberal and Democrat in that way, but it's actually more conservative because you're doing something for the economy. In Governor Abbott's case, he's establishing a whole entire industry that's going to rake in not even millions, billions, because there's millions of people that live in Texas, and there's millions of people that want to put down the bottle and rather just smoke a joint or something, bro. Like, you're not millions, okay? I'm capping with millions, but hundreds of thousands for sure, indefinitely, bro. They're going to switch. The market is going to shift, but the money's going to stay in Texas. Do you understand that? The money's not going nowhere. Also, you're talking about people. If they, okay, there's the second part. If it's now going to go to regulations. Okay, next up is regulations meeting. There is a meeting that they're going to have now because since the bill got vetoed and we're not banning a bunch of THC products, we now have to make new rules for THC products. These new rules are set to be in a meeting. I don't know. Look, there's Dan. This picture perfectly illustrates what I was describing to you guys. That's Dan Patrick right there. No weed, THC. And you see big alcohol there holding them on the side. He's got a little sad face because he lost. I don't know what Big Pharma has to do with it, but I don't know. Big Pharma could benefit on adding marijuana to their industry. We're not Colorado. Yep. Okay, so he vetoed it. Has to get revised. It's got to get edited. They're probably going to ban like the highest levels of recreational THC and probably leave a specific level and specific items for people. Like probably vapes still safe to use. I mean, they're still safe now that he vetoed the bill. For sure they are. And the shops can still sell them. The thing is, I'm hoping now we can actually edit the rules to make it more recreational and just more free for people, so that people don't have to go out of state, to get that high quality stuff. You know what I'm talking about? That good, those dabs, the stuff you can only get in like Indiana, Oklahoma, Illinois, California, and having to come back home and drive with it and also stay out of the law's way because you can't be caught with that stuff. It's a real struggle for Texans. It's a real, like, we don't got to go through that, bro. Like, especially since you got so many other places in this wonderful country that Texas supports that have this stuff. So it's just nonsense that Governor Abbott would continue to, but I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just hoping that we can get a little bit more freedom so that people can do less crime. It controls the cartel too. You have no idea what you're doing for crime. You're cutting off the cartel's ability to just cross more marijuana from over here, more illegal marijuana from Mexico, because that's all they're doing. They're just crossing illegal draw and illegal marijuana. And he just cut off the cartel's money opportunity by establishing a hemp industry in Texas that's only monitored by the Texas economy and not supported by the cartel. So that's Governor Abbott vetoing the THC ban. My wife just entered the house. Yay. She's home from work. Awesome. And so now we jump on to the Israel-Iran war. I'm trying to go through this one quick. So, wow, here we go again, bro, where I just am not sharing the screen. That is ridiculous. I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to show you guys. I talked to you about it. I'm going to show you guys real quick. He was to sign veto the bill. This picture right here of Dan Patrick further describes what I was talking about. I'm so sorry I didn't share the screen with you guys sooner. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why doing multiple takes is important and everything. Vetoes THC ban. So one big step for Texans, guys. I'm sorry you're gonna have to get that whole intro without the specific sharing content, but we got it up going now. We're gonna head out to the Israel-Iran war now, guys. This is episode 27, huge recaps happening today. Sorry if my voice sounds a little distorted. I have a lot of phlegm in my throat. Israel-Iran war. I don't know why I keep saying Israel-Hamas war, because I think it's because it started with Hamas. We all know that all these little terrorist groups are all funded by Iran and Qatar. These super Muslim nations. Over. Now, there's a lot of propaganda. Anybody can go on the internet and just go see that Israel is doing fine. It's still there as a country. Iron Dome system that prevented it from all its missiles literally blocked like 95% of all of Iran's fired missiles and drones. It's actually real crazy. Israel received minimum damage. Right now I'm going to show you a chart of basically the aftermath report. Israel lost a lot. Iran lost a lot, guys. President Trump this happened on June 23rd, guys. I'm covering this as like a little late, but you're going to see that there hasn't been anything going on. I'm going to go put the latest. I'm going to put the latest, and we don't got nothing. Really, no. Israel has revealed the strikes on Iran started the 12-day war. That's old news. Imploding. Highly expected after Iran withdrew from IAEA and proceeded to purchase more fighter jets from China. People are going to be having propaganda on the internet try to say that Iran won the war. I mean, that's kind of dumb considering all the destruction we saw them go through, all the videos of them getting bombed. We saw some on the last episode we did. They were not winning. They were getting destroyed. And they did get destroyed, but Iranian leaders want to frame it to their people and make it look like they won. That's also why they cut off the internet to prevent their anti-government propaganda from spreading against them in Iran. Because nobody really likes the regime controlling them at the end of the day. Oh, well, I'm not getting that aftermath report I wanted. Post-war likened to North Korea's isolation model. Well, no doubt they are. They got destroyed, man. And everybody kept saying that it was going to be a forever war, that our troops in America were getting deployed. Who's on the floor over there? No troops deployed. It was just literally an air battle that disabled the entire Iranian military. Iran war. Aftermath. Damage. Report. Oof. Probably not going to get anything latest from it. People were just hiding out in bunkers. So the one thing you got to know is that Israel is used to getting missiles and stuff fired at them. So they have these bunkers at the bottom of them where they're safe all the time. Israel's system pretty much lets them know where missiles are coming. So they usually are in those bunkers ahead of time before the missiles even strike. Sometimes we do get some casualties and injuries, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, they only damaged some apartments. Iran's going to try and make it seem like they try and did all this damage, but you could clearly tell that it's all they could really say in damages. Like, this is all Muslim news, so you're gonna have to understand that it's kind of fake and over exaggerated. You could tell by these videos. Some of them aren't even from actual Israel, but the Iranians and Muslim movement are going to try and lie as much as they can to frame it as in they had achieved some kind of victory when they got totally wrecked and destroyed. Honestly, I'm just looking for the chart. Oh yeah, totally. They lost thousands. I don't know why Elon Musk allows this kind of propaganda to be on the internet. Israel war losses. Let me just put losses. Because if I recall correctly, Iran had its oil industry disabled. Its whole entire. Oh, here it is. Southwest Defender. 12 days of war between Iran left heavy losses on both sides. Not gonna lie, Israel lost a lot money wise, but that's it. So I finished counting right now. I was able to count 73 Iranian losses and 4 Israeli losses out of ballistic missile launchers. 17 billion shekels from 12 days of heavy Iranian attacks. Like, they can't even report that they've killed multiple people. They're only reporting that they just wasted a lot of money. Iran took a beating, man. They lost a lot structurally. They lost their oil industry. And I'm going to show you real quick in this picture. Right there. Yes, Israel did waste a lot of money and time on this war, huge amount of their budget. But I mean, Iran's done. They're done for a good long time. Inflation is insanely high. Their military high command completely destroyed, killed. Oil, their number one economic export is down, like almost down to a complete total loss. Key nuclear sites all destroyed by America. 974, 3,458 injured, including 14 nuclear scientists. 974 dead, 3,458. And some of those were innocent people, unfortunately, but that's what happens when you have a bunch of savages running a country and they decide to get their own people killed by attacking another country that's way stronger and more defended than them. It's just dumb. You don't do that. It's even in video game logic. You don't do that. You don't go attack a guy with much more better armor than you and better weapons. You're gonna get destroyed. It's dumb. My child knows that. So that's essentially what Iran did. They F around and they found out. It's just sad to see that innocent people died in Iran because they're not everybody wants the Iranian government to rule. There was a lot of people that are against them too, and hopefully the Iranian prince returns and he gets down to business there. So that's it for the Iran-Israel war. Next topic we're covering is Karmelo Anthony. Wow, you remember that? The black kid that went ahead and stabbed a white kid. Yeah, that wasn't good. Karmelo Anthony will be tried as an okay, so Grok, we have the AI robot. Grok is the pretty much the AI assistant that is high tech and will calculate via the data on the internet based on the most fact and give us the verdict based on the most legal research. On April 2nd, 2025, Karmelo Anthony, 17, allegedly stabbed Austin Metcalf. This is a little recap at Frisco, Texas track meet. Why does he have a knife at the track meet? Let me tell you something, bro. We're going to watch a Cartier family video real quick. It's going to give you a shit thing, bro. They're gonna tell you like some stuff that I do agree with because we saw the video earlier. I'm gonna show it up again. Credit to Cartier family and some good guys there. They do speak on the truth a lot. And why are you taking a knife to attract me, bro? You got cops there, bro. If you got a problem with somebody, you scared, you go up to the cop, you let them know. There's always school police at track meets nowadays, especially in Texas. Texas is really about protecting the kids at public events. You're always gonna find a cop at a school public event. It'd be crazy that they didn't have cops or some kind of security at a school public event. It'd be crazy. That's just how it is. And the idea that this kid felt that he needed to bring a knife and then also go into somebody else's turf, you have to understand he was in the tent of another team. And I get that. Sometimes the teams mingle and whatnot, and they know people, but it's like you don't go and you take another person's spot on another person's home turf. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that. That's kind of like a given thing that should like be common knowledge in Texas, because in Texas you don't illegally trespass because you got a probability of being shot by somebody with a gun. That's just how it is in Texas, especially with ranchers and farmers. You don't do that. It just tells me that he got some bad parenting. He has some shitty ass parents, and you're gonna know the parents are bad too, because let's go take up a letter real quick. Karmelo Anthony family asking for money. So after they raised up like $700,000 on Give Send Go, these people wasted all the money somehow because, I mean, I'm not going to go and accuse them of wasting it on the brand new Escalade and a brand new house that the gated community that we kept seeing in those posts on the other episodes where we covered. I mean, I'm not gonna go ahead and just say that this dude that they straight up just wasted all their money on themselves, even though that's what it's starting to look like. They out here writing a letter now that they need more money to get a lawyer. And it's like, if you had $600,000, you only really need $20,000 to get a good lawyer. And I just don't understand where all that money went. If you was supposed to initially use it to, man, these people went, they did a whole public speaking too. They disrespected the father of the victim. You know, that father showed up to their public speaking. It's like, why are these people, why are you even getting, these people should never even be allowed to publicly speak. It was so disrespectful that they killed this man's kid and they allowed these people to speak on it. They allowed another family to speak on it. The family of the murderer. Like, that's insane, bro. What kind of world we live in, bro? Like, that's just crazy, bro. That should never have been allowed, bro. That should make me just hate them, if anything. Like, it made me hate them, like the audacity, bro. The audacity, the careless of life, bro. Like, I'm not your average Christian, bro. I'm a crusader, bro. I take shit to heart sometimes, bro. Like, I wanted to F them up, bro. Like, all of them, bro. That speak to the speaker too. Phony ass speaker, bro. You go look for the spokesman for those people, bro. BLM dude with a rap sheet record, bro. He's a whole criminal. Why the hell are these people involved with them, bro? But I gotta remember, bro, there's people from Frisco, Texas, bro. They're from out there, over there, bro, like ghetto area, bro. But the thing is, like, I didn't think people from Texas could be this stupid, bro. Like, I just didn't, bro. Like, it's kind of unbelievable, bro. Like, how racial they made this crap to be, bro, when it should have just been down to a personal thing where a very stupid choice was made, very bad parenting led up to this moment. But no, they wanted to go public. They wanted to make this some kind of racial attack on their murderous son, bro. Like, no, bro, your kid hurt somebody and killed somebody, and they need to go to jail forever for it. And that's what they didn't understand. They just bad people in general. They bad people for thinking that way. Family letter request. I'm over here talking good game. I ain't showing you nothing. I know they went and they asked for more money because they needed for an attorney. You should have saved all that money you got to nearly the previous request. See, look at that, guys. They had already achieved 536,000 the last time. They just keep adding more. Revealed that his son has officially requested court appointment citing financial hardship despite family previously. Wow. Okay, that's racist as hell, bro. Some of these pictures be racist, but it's Twitter, bro. Everything goes. Twitter's like an Xbox lobby now. Anything goes to fight white supremacy, bro. Y'all made it a rights thing issue. That's the crazy thing. Okay, is this it? No, that's it. This is the picture. Yeah, man, you gotta think about all the dumb people. Some of the people that donated to this family deserve to be scammed, though. They deserve to have all that money and be used up for nothing. Because they really felt like they was doing something like for like some kind of racial prejudice type stuff, but y'all was just being racial yourselves. A lot of people don't like to accept the truth that they was racist themselves. And racism is not just for white people, bro. It could happen for black people. It could happen for everybody, bro. A lot of black people don't notice when they're being racist these days. A lot of Mexicans don't know when they're being racist these days. It all starts with a little stereotype, and then you actually acting on your feelings because of it, bro. Like all races are good to me, bro. But you could have douchebags in all races. That's the whole truth, bro. I know there can be some bad Mexicans out there, but I know there could be some bad white people out there too. You know, it's kind of crazy. Let's go check out that video on YouTube. Cardiar family, bro. Give the credit Cardiar family because I love how their take on this stuff. Cardiar family.
RJD is live at the Collin County Courthouse where he's been gathering reactions to the decision.
Karen and Ken, Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis says his office has been presenting evidence for weeks to a grand jury panel here and asked that panel to return an indictment of first-degree murder on Karmelo Anthony, which they did today.
The black community has been scammed once again.
They always, Cardiac boys are always ahead of time. But yeah, bro, black people got scammed. They got their emotions manipulated, and they got emotionally manipulated to do a racial act, which was giving money to a murderer. It's got to be hit hard, bro. I'm being straight up. I'd feel pretty stupid myself if I did that. I donated like $100, not even $10 to that, and then just to find out that these people wasted all the money on themselves and their family, they didn't even get an attorney, and then just to find out that this kid on video really just did what he did, didn't even give a whole boy a fighting chance. Like, bro just tried to pull him off of his tent, get him off of his property, which he wanted to be at, because he didn't trust that dude being there, and dude just took out the knife and right in his chest, bro. Complete misuse of action, bro. Like, I'm probably gonna punch you in your face if you're putting your hands on me first. And if that's all you're doing, you're putting your hands on me, we're gonna throw hands, bro. You're getting your jaw knocked out, bro. I'm not gonna try and stab you, bro. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't even want to say he went with intent to kill. I just think he was real stupid, bro. Like a real stupid kid who just felt like killing was the option, or he felt like his power wouldn't be enough to kill. And unfortunately, it was. And his parents suck, bro. His parents absolutely suck. And we have to go back to the fact that these people went and publicly speak and kicked out the father from the damn public speaking, the father of the victim. They're either stupid or evil, one or the other two. I'm just kind of saying that they're just real stupid. Like, they some real stupid black people. That's it. And they just felt like, oh, this is racial. We're going to make some money off of it. And then when they got the money, it's like, oh, we got all this money. We're going to keep it because they're stupid. They're stupid. I mean, greed and all that, these deadly sins, it's evil and all that, but it's also stupidity. They're a little evil, a little greedy for that too. Both evil and stupidity. I have to say that, to be honest. So let's keep going, bro.
Somebody that took somebody else's life.
Mind my cat, bro. He's being annoying.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Now,
every time the narrative gets uncomfortable, Us black people always trying to say they trying to tear us down. The YT people started this rumor. They the ones that's getting this out there. They the ones doing this. And instead of honesty, y'all want sympathy. But that's not what I'm here for. Okay? I'm here to speak truth and facts. Drew Anthony posted on his social media that they are looking for more lawyer fees. Indigent is for poor people that don't have money to get a lawyer, so they have to get a court appointed because.
Man, like everybody could be racist, bro. Every now and then I say some like stereotypical stuff that could be on the borderline of racist. I say it as a joke, but I say I'd be talking shit sometimes. I say it about all races too. I don't give a damn. But it's like, man, a lot of these people that donated, bro, they got manipulated, bro. Like they literally poured like their heart out there, bro, thinking that this was some kind of racial prejudice event, bro, going on. Like they was really coming after him. Like they really felt like Karmelo was in a situation where he was defending himself. It didn't turn out to be like that. And you know, just being racially motivated, like just has to feel like trash, dog. Like I'm not trying to throw shade on the black community. I'm not, bro. This could happen to anybody, bro. I've seen it happen to Mexicans, bro. I give some of my own people on Facebook shit about this crap, about being like, oh, white people are so scary, this and that. I mean, you know, bro, you just retarded, bro, and you got hurt by one specific white person. That's it. That thing is like, because that ultimately that whole mindset will divide us as a whole entire country and will keep us divided. And we got to destroy that mindset already. We just have to destroy it, or else we're never going to get along. We're never going to see each other as equal. We're never just going to joke around and be happy with each other as neighbors. That should be the Christian way, by the way. And so, like, the idea that, you know, they got duped. They got duped. They got tricked, bro. So it was like real for them. It felt like real for them. It feels bad, bro. Like watching that they go through that, and that a lot of them are realizing that, but a lot of them are not going to admit it. It's just the people on the outside, like this lady and the Cartier family, that they've been knowing the whole time, that they're gonna just say it flat out like that. But it's like, it's a bad look, bro. Like it looks bad, bro. And it's just like, we should all be like finding ways to get over this and never have situations like this over again. But every now and then we're gonna get something like that, because there's always gonna be this group of people that are so easily racially motivated because somebody brought them up the wrong way. Just like Carmelo's parents brought him up the wrong way, bro. They brought him up horribly, bro. They brought him up to approach a violent situation or a negative conflict in the worst way possible, by ending another person's life, by using a weapon instead of using his hands, or if anything, you know, going to an adult. Like, maybe if he would have went to an adult, though, he would have realized he was in the wrong. But I'm not saying, like, he's just a dumb kid with even more stupid parents. His parents, bro, the fact that his dad is over here asking for more money is just insane to me. It's insane. I'm gonna let him speak on this. I'm gonna let the boys here speak. Cardiac family, you can see him here on YouTube.
Nobody
Give him a
has
like and
presented
subscribe. They got some great videos. But yeah,
So
go
he
ahead.
has to get a court-appointed attorney because they ain't got no money. Ain't that what that means? Oh, okay. And people are asking real questions because $600K didn't just disappear. The house didn't buy itself. And now y'all want more money and a free lawyer? Be fucking for real. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you erase these receipts? Because the father put it up. And I'm going off of what he's saying, not from what I see on social media. Nope, not this time. I saw this on Facebook. Yeah, the daddy, Drew Anthony, posted it. If y'all haven't seen it, go look. But I am.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, bro. I saw the video too. I thought it was bull BS too, because like a lot of stuff on Facebook is like AI too nowadays, and a lot of people is like, you know, the Muslim movements on Facebook try and make their crap too. I really gotta validate stuff on Facebook nowadays.
I'm going to screenshot it and post it in the comments for the non-believers.
Yeah, I believe when she said she saw it on Facebook.
It don't make no sense that y'all trying to spin it like it's some YT people made it up conspiracy. Cool story though, cool story, but it doesn't change the facts.
You know what's interesting if black people weren't so quick to react to things out of emotion and just look at things from a factual standpoint and would have just looked at this and say, hey, this little boy was in the wrong.
He had it before I did, man. He knows his people better than I do. But they be reacting too emotionally sometimes, bro. I wish we could all just articulate something or laugh about it first. You don't know how many friends we don't be, but we would get along so well as a species. But unfortunately, we have people with different IQ levels who just their emotions get the better of them. And we hate to see it, bro. And this can happen to anybody. It happened to us too, bro. Latinos are very passionate, bro, about their freaking culture, bro. Start giving them a Mexican shit about them being Mexican, bro. It's gonna be like, what the hell, man? Like, they're gonna want to fight you, bro. Somebody kills somebody. No, we don't want the death penalty for Karmelo Anthony either, bro. I mean, by God's grace, anybody over the age of 18 in Texas can't qualify for the death penalty. That's true. But I mean, there's people out there that want it, I might be a little wild too every now and then. When the first news came out, I'd be like, "Oh no, give me his head!" I'll be like, I'm joking type, but I don't really want to see another kid die. It was bad enough that one kid died, But it's like we get people in a mindset too. Like, they get hungry, bro. They get ferocious. They want justice. It's like I get that, but we can't forget ourselves too. We can't forget what we are. We can't forget that this is just a kid, bro. It sucks that it was a kid. It had to be a kid. It sucks. It's so annoying, bro. It's just a freaking mentally unfit kid, apparently, with some even more mentally unfit parents. I honestly, I put all the blame on the parents. I'll be straight up with y'all. An ass whipping could have prevented all this crap. A huge ass whipping would have prevented Karmelo Anthony from bringing that knife to that event. I guarantee you, bro. His father looked like a very comfortable man that don't really be telling his son what to do. Shit, my stepdad, he's hard on my ass, bro. He beat the crap out of me sometimes. And that's because that guy hardly ever cared. That's crazy, bro. That dude cared just a little, and he beat the crap out of me. When the dad is not beating your ass, when you're getting in trouble and you're doing something wrong, that means he just don't give a damn about you, bro. He don't give a damn about you. That guy ain't gonna do anything to my son because my son's a good kid, bro. He's a good kid. He listens. He ain't out there hurting nobody, and I'm so proud of him for it. Straight up. This cat won't shut up though. Hey, quiet. Bad day to have the animals with me. Yeah, so that's the Karmelo Anthony situation. Man. Give me one moment. Jump on to our next thing. Close this real quick because I think multiple videos is what slows down the screen. That cat should not be in there. Get him out of there. He smells. Hey, no. All right, hold up. I'm about to deliver some justice to this feline. That's right. Get in your cage. Know your place. Show your mommy the fireworks? Did you show her the bigger ones, the special ones that I got you? Fireworks might have gone up a little price, but ever since the deportations and Trump got elected, shit, man. That fireworks store was so peaceful and empty, bro. I've never been able to shop more in a less crowded area on the 4th of July. That fireworks store, I guarantee you, was almost not empty, but it had a good flow. It had a drip flow. And I was happy about that. Because, okay, so here's the deal. You think I'm over-exaggerating. Okay, so we have these things called pulgas. For the people who don't know, we call them pulgas. It's what you call a flea market. A flea market is, a little series of small business owners camping out in a specific hutted area or built-in area, like a little tent, shack, shed-sized area. And they basically have a table there, and they're vendors. They sell you stuff, whatever their products is, anything. We have those. Ours in Alamo, Texas, used to be overrun, dude. Like, oh, dude, the worst traffic. Like, the absolute worst traffic, bro. You would be in a line just to get inside of that flea market. And this was like nearly every day, bro. Even when the flea market was closed, you still had some other vendors outside in the parking lot who didn't close, who still had to keep their businesses open because they were more like on the auto side, like other services. You know, some of them would set out a tent outside in the parking lot and still sell items on there. And they would be able to do that on days where even the inner flea market itself was closed. So it was like kind of running almost every day in that area. And it always had the crappiest traffic. The reason why it had additional crappy traffic is because right on there's an intersection that it's on, an intersection in a corner, and it covers a large area. On the other side of that intersection is another intersection on the main highway across. If you go under the underpass, which is basically like a bridge, you go under there. On that intersection is Walmart Supercenter with a whole other plaza and some few restaurants. And then on the top of that, we're a border. Alamo's a border town. It has its own little international bridge. People coming from Mexico, from the lower road down there, Military Road, I think it's, believe what it's called. These people, man. There's also a high school and a middle school going down, further down towards Mexico, still in the city of Alamo. The amount of traffic is insane, bro. And so today's a holiday. I mean, there's no school going on, so that's why I mentioned school last. But it's a holiday still. It would be so bad, guys. So bad. Like, ooh. I would hate driving there during the holidays. I would hate driving past there because traffic would be bad. And at the time, also, construction wasn't done. But, man, ever since Trump started deporting people, man, dude, there's been less people at that flea market. I mean, I think it was closed at the time when I showed up, but I mean, dude, like, there was no traffic, bro. I couldn't park in the front of the damn store. There used to literally be no parking at all. Like, you'd have to literally, like, go back into the flea market parking, which is this very large available parking. But, dude, I was able to park actually in front of the store, and there was still, like, open parking spaces. People were just coming and going, just random people. You know, it's not even specifically, like, the white people. It's everybody, you know? It was awesome. It was a fun shopping experience. It's good to shop experiences without crowded traffic because I have my son in the car. And dude, when you're in traffic, dude, and that traffic is going high speed, it's annoying. I get very defensive with my kids. Sometimes I'm gripping my gun. I get mad, bro. Like, but you know, fathers think different, I guess. You know, you can't be doing stuff like that. It's just like you just want to avoid trouble. You don't want to be involved in trouble. You just want to get away from it. And sometimes these people are just crazy reckless. And a lot of that has gone down in that area, which I'm very happy about it. And, you know, the parking availability is a sweetness too. You know, I don't have to spend that extra gas driving around a parking lot or waiting in a traffic light on the side of the frontage road and the highway just to get in the area. Like, it's crazy. So that's one good thing that happened with the fireworks today. So this one big beautiful bill got passed, and it spends a lot on specific things. And Elon Musk was upset about it, mainly because it cuts incentives and free money going to people with EV and solar tech, which Elon is all about in his industry. It gives Elon a bad look because I have a lot of respect for the guy as he's a businessman, economically. You gotta have some respect for the guy, achievement wise. But like when you find out he does things like ketamine, it's just like, what? Like, you know, when you think of a billionaire doing drugs, you're thinking of stuff like ayahuasca. You're thinking of like marijuana, top grade stuff. You're thinking of like cocaine. Okay, you're not thinking of somebody who does. I want to say like crackhead drug, but like ketamine is up there, dude. I didn't expect him to be on that. Like, I get the medicinal benefits. I get the influence it gives, the high, but it's like, dude, you're involved in politics. You're hanging out with the president of the United States. There are cameras everywhere. What are you doing, brother? Why do you want to display this image of this crackhead, man? Like, you showed up to the meeting with a bruise and all that. That didn't make sense to me. That was really annoying. Like, you know, the whole divide between him and Trump over this, especially over this bill. Elon's been attacking this bill, but he's been attacking it for the wrong reasons. I'm going to be straight up with you. The main thing that Elon should have been attacking when addressing this bill is the AI advancement. Why the hell do we want to give the federal government more opportunity to use AI all across the country. It literally bars the states from interfering with the government's AI. What is the government's AI trying to do in every single state? I mean, I get it. You're trying to collect data on terrorists. Okay, I get that. I get that. You want to do that more efficiently, but you could have done that with a Department of Homeland Security without the AI. They're giving power to a machine, and we had a problem with companies like Palantir in the past. Like other people or other content creators have talked about it more, but basically what Palantir is, it's a government funded project, and it collects data from all our various online appearances, and it creates a literal profile on us. It'll be an AI so advanced that it can literally get all my podcast episodes, get everything I'm saying, and literally create a profile and character of who I am, down to the, like, I'm not going to say the specific detail because I haven't revealed every specific aspect of myself here on the internet. There's plenty of things about myself that I don't really do on the internet because I'm also a family man. I'm a normal guy. I also work the 9 to 5. There's some things you're just never going to see on camera and on the internet that I do. So that's good. That's good. But like the AI will create something and it will make a determination upon me before like ever presenting me to like a court of law and federal, I guess, level or Congress. And, it'll have some kind of opinion of me, some generated opinion. Like it'll see my dislike for the Muslim culture. It'll see like, oh, he's an anti-Muslim, because I mean, I honest, I don't really like them. I don't like their beliefs. They should reform them. They should change them or just be destroyed. Anyways, and just playing. Yeah, it's going to create something and it's going to make it's going to make a guess on you. It's also going to, apparently there's been an attempt in the past to have it structurally predict crimes and arrest people before those crimes, which is totally stupid. Why would you arrest somebody for something they may be contemplating on doing? I understand PDF files, and specific searches on Google's, those guys should be the only exception when it comes to tracking down people and pre-arresting them for their specific searches. And of course, terrorists. But letting a robot do that, man, I mean, you're letting something go. Okay, look, here's the problem with AI and government, and here's how Elon should have attacked it. I mean, one big, beautiful bill passes. You know what? I'm pretty sure I went off topic on something, but you know what? I'll probably forget it or remember it. Bill passes House and Senate. So today on July 4th, probably in a few hours, Donald Trump will be signing the one big, beautiful bill. That's no more tax on tips, no more tax on overtimes. Very beneficial for working guys like me who get plus 40 hours or do special requests to companies. I don't know, something like that. I'm going to break that down right now. Anyways, back. This one big, beautiful bill also changes. My thing is about Medicaid is, my cat throwing up. I'm not gonna pause the screen because every time I pause the screen, I start sharing it, and I get upset with that. No, it's just the cat being the cat. Cat's being a cat. On the dang window, I just have no idea what he's doing on it. Okay, so anyways, it got passed in the Senate first because the Republicans have the majority, and the Republicans also have the majority in the House, so it got passed in the House. But of course, the Democrats are always against anything that's ever good for us. So the one thing, where was I? Okay, yeah, changing Medicaid. It makes changes to Medicaid, and why don't I care about that? A lot of people and elderly citizens are on Medicaid. They qualify for it. They're cool. That's great, guys. You get your money, you get your care for it. That's awesome. But you know what I don't like? One thing I never liked is my mother, for the time in her life, had a disability. I'm not going to get into any specifics, just for the sake of my mother's privacy. I love my mom, and I hate to see her suffer. There's times where I saw her literally paralyzed in bed with very swollen legs, and I literally worried for her safety. And I asked her, when will you get the extra assistance or funding to, get the medicinal treatment you need, or what's going on here? Or can you get a little bit of money so you don't have to be there? Because my mom couldn't qualify for medical assistance when she really needed it. And no matter how hard she tried, she got denied by, I guess, federal caseworkers. And if they're getting defended and they're getting fired, I have zero problem with that. Absolutely zero problem. because I witnessed my mom suffer through a system that failed her. And if Donald Trump is going to shake up that system and change it a bit, by all means do it. I don't care. It didn't benefit my mom in any way, and it didn't benefit, surely doesn't benefit me. I'm not disabled in any way whatsoever. Thankfully, thank God. And my mom's doing much better now without it. She's working out too, and she's doing much better for herself. And I'm so happy about that. But she never really, well, I think she did finally qualify recently. But the process was like years, dude. She had to let go of her main job, her main income, where she was making a good amount of money in the medical field. Like, it was so messed up, dude. It was unfair, in my opinion. And so who cares about these people complaining that Medicaid is going to change? I saw a news article, local news, CBS, KRGV. Oh, our Medicaid will be affected from these big wit seniors who look like they're doing very well for themselves with jewelry on, glasses. Oh, you're such a victim. You're such a victim at the end of your life already. You know, you've lived your life, while younger people like my mother and me, I can't even qualify for the system's benefits because people like you are mooching off the extra money. How selfish. Like, okay, I understand retirement and all that, but you don't need all these other government benefits and medical assistance just to get a few pills and stuff that you may need, but you're pretty much at age 60, 70 already. You don't really have much to offer the community in life, much as to less us people who are under the age of 50, 45, you know, who much more need a little bit government assistance and medical. I'm just making a case here, a little case. It's just ridiculous how our whole entire Medicaid system has worked. And I don't really, I honestly think the news is cherry picking special people to speak out on these issues who hate Trump and just hate Republicans and hate anything that move. Passes the House. Yes, it passes the House, but I want to see, show me the votes. The votes. I want to see the votes because it's always Democrats, bro. Why are the Democrats always against everything, bro? Like, you just make yourselves look bad. Like, it's not, I don't think this is specifically, okay, yeah, no, it is retarded. These Democrats are always just never wanting to do what's right for the people. Like, my mom's one of the normal people. She's not anybody that was making a lot of money, dude. She came from, like, low income. I don't qualify for any, like, food stamps or anything. I can't qualify, even though at the times where I was making low amount of money, I still couldn't qualify. And I was living by myself, and it was crazy. I couldn't even qualify for the government system there because it was more catered and pandering to other specific people. So I don't care that this one big, beautiful bill is going to pass. It's going to shake things up. I don't care. It should. I mean, for better, for worse, right? I mean, it's not like the current system was working for our benefits anyways. We were only getting much more poorer. Gas was only getting much more expensive. By the way, gas is still get cheap. I mean, it's not over. It hasn't been over $3 at all recently, and that's great. Whew. So Donald Trump is to sign the bill tonight. No tax on Social Security. Why would you even take out of Social Security if people need that for, like, literally then whatever they have at the end of their life? Social Security is one of the few programs that should be dedicated fully to people in retirement or elders. And I don't know what's the idea of taking money out of that. But apparently that was the thing that was happening, you know, under our current corrupt, I mean, not our current, but our last corrupt system. So the one big beautiful bill passes. Elon Musk's approach was just coming at it for, you know, it wasting money. I mean, if you really think about it, it only wastes money on a lot of necessary things. And it saves more money in a lot of other areas. What he should have attacked is the AI thing, because AI could be a huge problem. And if you don't know what I'm talking about specifically, let me show you. Big, beautiful bill. AI that reach. Banning state and government locals from regulating AI outsourcing a thing. It would be. This is Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey. And I like him and I don't like him. He says some things, and he says some things that are kind of weird too sometimes. But he makes a good point right here. Or same thing. It would make it easier for corporations to get zoning variances so massive AI denizers could be built in close proximity to residential areas. Well, I don't know about that, but I know for sure AI will have a larger overreach over state and local server networks. And that's Palantir Technologies. Yeah, so Thomas Massey himself is one of the Republicans. That should have been how Elon attacked it. He should have attacked it from the AI angle. Should have said that, no, you're wasting money on AI. You're putting a little too much into the military. Honestly, we need some more for the military. Some soldiers and veterans need some more funding. But I don't believe they needed as much money as they credited themselves to get. We're talking in the trillions, right? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Big beautiful bill and Elon Musk, man. Man, I just don't like the fact that, he didn't deny being on ketamine. Dude, if you want people to join your new party, you gotta kind of not be recognized as some kind of guy who makes erratic decisions on drugs. Ketamine influences a lot of decisional behavior. Let's be honest, it does. I haven't done it, thank God, especially, but I've done some other drugs on that subpar level and similar effects. And they do disorientate you. They do change your way of thinking. Okay. So that was the one big beautiful bill. What is next to jump over on? Oh man, I lost my train of thought for a while. Give me a second, guys. It has been rough. We could have covered our man, Karmelo Anthony, the one big beautiful bill, Israel-Iran war. Governor Abbott vetoes that bill. That was awesome. What was that other thing I wanted to talk about? I mean, man, there's a lot of people there's some other things going on on the internet. People are talking smack, saying that some of us Mexicans, like me or brown skin color, shouldn't be celebrating 4th of July when they got our people in cages. That's ridiculous, man. I value this country. I respect this country. Those people are in cages because either other people that were bossing them around, giving them very bad choices to get them here illegally, or they themselves made them choices to cross here illegally when they knew they had a process that only costed $400 to begin at the border. How do we know? Let's go Google it right now. I believe it might have changed under the new laws, but we had people to start legally coming here. But what was that other topic I wanted to before we jump into that, I just want to make sure there's no other topics. Oh man, the puppy is out here now and I could see him over there just tearing up something important. I don't know what that is, but I don't care anymore. So that was the one big beautiful bill. It was the last thing, but I know there was a fifth thing before the local monkey business. How we go jump on? What was it? You gotta think about it, man. The people that are getting deported are the people that never got their shit together, or the people that just got here illegally and knew that they shouldn't have been coming here recently illegally, and knew that Donald Trump. I mean, a lot of these people are a little kind of dumb too, though. We're not getting the best and brightest minds crossing the border because the best and brightest minds are always going to go to a processing center first before they cross the border. This brings us to the last topic: is Alligator Alcatraz. What is it, real quick? We're going to take a bird's eye view of it. Alligator Alcatraz is smack in the middle of Everglades on an old abandoned airstrip with AC. Let's get that. It was an airstrip, guys. That means it had a facility that had air conditioning. Reconverted into a prison, or converted into a jail house with similar tighter spaces as Hidalgo County. As me, somebody who has multiple times been in Hidalgo County, I have been in a square room. Not even a square, a rectangular concrete walled room with 24 other guys or 23 other dudes. all bunk beds, nothing to divide us. It's just concrete floor, a few tables in the middle, and just dudes on the same type of bunk beds you're about to see. I don't get why people are making such a big deal about Alligator Alcatraz being surrounded by crocodiles and pythons in this Everglades swamps. I mean, you could also drown in there. There's also bacterial infections, poisonous snakes, and spiders. You know, a lot of things that can kill you out there. So why would you want to try and escape and get in those waters? You're surrounded by water, and your only chance is to get deported. Might as well just wait for deportation. A lot of people are getting offered $1,000 to self-deport. Now, let me now show you the fee real quick to begin citizenship processing. Total cost to get to be process. Pretty sure there's some other things too current cost. Okay, the current cost to apply for U.S. citizenship is $725, which includes $640 for the form and $400 processing fee and $85 for the biometrics fee. This filing fee is non-refundable regardless of USCIS accepting or rejecting your application. How much does it cost to become a U.S. citizen? The total cost to become a U.S. citizen through naturalization is $725. It used to be $400 the last time I checked, a long time ago under the Biden administration. But now it's up an extra $300. Hey, it's much more better than paying a cartel guy $1,000. I'll tell you that much. And then also probably risking your life and getting shot by Border Patrol. And then also getting deported, of course, and being branded an illegal criminal. I mean, just for $725 waiting at a building on the border, you could just not be a criminal and not get deported in Alligator Alcatraz. But I'm guessing the only people that would not want to get processed over the border in a building are the people with prior criminal records or gang affiliation or terrorist affiliation. It's not like it costs a fortune to become a U.S. citizen, guys. Hey, we need to do better at informing people, foreigners, to not break the law, and we could avoid this whole entire situation. Alligator Alcatraz. We'll take a quick look at it, and then we'll wrap it up. It would have been a longer podcast, like 2 hours, but I really wanted to condense it after those first primary mistakes that I made in take 1. This is take 2. I swear I am not doing a take 3. I did not pause it. We're still sharing the screen, guys. Alligator Alcatraz is not a concentration camp because you're going to be deported to another country, not gassed up and made into a slave or dissected and killed eventually. Oh, wow. Happy 4th from Alligator Alcatraz. Wow. This is not real. This is not real. This guy they did not let Hulk Hogan in here. Nah, this is real. This isn't real. This is from somewhere else. That's funny, though. That's freaking funny that they would. That has to be AI. Hell no, Alligator. I just want to see. Okay, so this is what the facility looks like on the inside. Let me tell you something. That is just the same as county, except a whole lot tighter, compact. You ain't got no tables in the middle, no TV. I'm actually happier that they have a lower ceiling. They're in cages, yeah, like animals, but I mean, they wanted to act like animals to begin with. Let's be honest. Remember, we're only sending the absolute worst of the worst there. I think the other people are getting regular deportation. But if you do unfortunately get caught here, well, just listen and you won't get in trouble. Because, I mean, everybody has to pay for their crimes. I mean, I had to be in these similar conditions when I committed my DUI crime when I was younger. So, this is what they get. I mean, it's not like they're putting the actual gators and snakes in there with them. You might get a snake in there and it might bite you, but don't worry, we have medical staff on there. You'll be safe. I mean, they're not gonna let you die, because then that'll be a crazy story to tell against the Trump administration. You think they're gonna let you die in there? No, they got the best medical staff for you. They don't want any little reason for anybody to point the finger at Trump, but they want to make it look good too. So this, honestly, it looks like the same thing that I had to go through in county, just a little bit more tighter and compact. I mean, they probably get yard time. They get to go outside and get the fresh air from what I've seen. I don't know. When we got yard time, we got in like literally a building that was the size of a one-room apartment. It was not big, guys. Think of a one-room apartment, really small kitchen, dining room that connects to the living room, and one room and a restroom on both, all connected in a square. That was the literal size of our yard, and I'm out there just surrounded by other walls, 2 doors that lead to other cells, with like one being a whole entire gang cell and the other one being a whole other cell of regular people. Like, it's just walls. You don't get to look at grass, nothing. It's just, you get a little tennis ball and they throw it in there, and you're out there with like 23 other guys, if they're all out there. Some people choose to be in there because it's pretty miserable to be in a small little square at the end of the day. But I was out there just to work out, and get a sweat on. These guys look like they get a little bit more space. A little bit more people to talk to too, because you can lose your mind, only having the same limited amount of people in there. Same type of beds too. Same exact beds that you get in county too. So I don't understand Democrats. Why do you want them to have better conditions than me, a regular American criminal who's actually trying to do better in society? I'm already paying taxes, just trying to be a better human. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm not doing the same dumb stuff I used to do when I was younger. These are people that don't want to change. These are people that came here illegally. They're running from the law. These are people that are coming here with gang or terrorist affiliation. Why do you want them to have better conditions than me? When I'm in there, I'm not even trying to hurt you. These are people that want to hurt you. These are people that want PDF files, with kitties. This not good, guys. Like, the mindset of Democrats is a little twisted. It's a little crazy. We shouldn't be wanting better conditions. These are the right conditions for the worst types of people. If anything, we should put the alligators in there with them. But no, we're still humanitarian. So, nonsense that they would say that this is some kind of like super max prison concentration camp. No, it's not even all that, man. You're just surrounded by a lot of dangerous animals, but I mean, if you don't try to escape, you won't be exposed to them. Honest truth. So that's Alligator Alcatraz in a small nutshell. Let me give you a bird's eye view facility. Oh, wow. Yeah, outdoor detainment facilities under Biden were crazy. Though sometimes it would get overcooked in there. It would be like super hot. Weird video. Alligator Alcatraz, the sign. Oh, wow. Just a bird's eye view. There really hasn't been much happening local monkey business wise for the valley, so I'm not really going to cover the topic. We're going to cut it down short, just so we keep the episode short as well, and editing simple. Oh man, you got to do a lot of editing now that I think about it. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in to episode 27 of the 956 Opposition. Y'all have an amazing 4th of July. Be safe out there. Do not blow up your fingers. And to everybody in America who loves this country, look out for your neighbor and be kind, be polite. Don't overdo it with the alcohol. Stay chill out there. Be safe. God bless America. Thank you very much. Have a good day.